San Francisco Giants game in San Francisco, sold-out game. That was crazy. So this guy from the Air Force was there, and he goes, "We're going to do a military jet flyover right when you say, 'and the home of the brave.' So I've got to time you." So he times me on my national anthem. I'm at where the Giants play, AT&T ballpark. I had just flown in from South Dakota. And so I'm standing there, and the guy times me. I do it in 1 minute and 22 seconds because I start the national anthem. I've done it a bunch, but I like doing it with acoustic guitar. So I have my guitar plugged in. I'm like... So I like to do it in the key of A because it ends so out. So I'm like, "Oh, say, can you see?" So I do the song, I get to, "and the home of the brave." So the Air Force guy goes, "That's great, 1 minute and 22 seconds. Now do it again." And man, when those Air Force guys in uniform start telling you what to do, it's scary. So I go, "Okay." So I did it again. And then he goes, "Do it again." So I did it a third time. And then he goes, "I've never seen that before. You did it in exactly 1 minute and 22 seconds each time." He goes, "I know when to time the jets to fly over now." And I go, "Okay." He goes, "But if they're not there on time, you need to extend the song." I'm like, "How do you extend the national anthem?" What the hell? How do you extend it? It's like, is there like, there probably are hidden verses, but I don't know. Like do Cold German for Peter? Do Jeff Niesel's meth song? I mean, what am I supposed to do? How do you want me to extend it? And he goes to me, "What are you talking about, Jeff Niesel's meth song?" I'm like, "Haven't you heard it? I did it in Cleveland." And he goes, "Oh, you're a time traveler too." And I was like, "Yeah." And then he goes, "This is good weed, man." So anyways, I was there. So he goes, "You might have to extend it." So I get to the part, and now there's 45,000 people at the Giants game. They're all on their feet. And I go, "and the home of the brave," and it's Memorial Day. People are going nuts. And the jets aren't flying over yet, and I see the Air Force guy and the television person going, "Keep it going." So I'm going, like I'm Jimi Hendrix or something. I'm just strumming it. The jet's still out there, and he goes, "Keep it going." So then I go. And he's like, "Keep it going." So I'm like. So I swear to you, it took so long for the planes to come over. I'm like, finally the planes come by so low, I swear to you, I had goosebumps all up the back of my legs. It scared me. I was like, wow. It was really cool. So anyways, I have this friend who's a Marine, a U.S. Marine, and he got hurt in Afghanistan. He got blown up by an IED. He's a really cool guy. He's only 21 years old, but he lost both his legs and an arm. So when I'm in San Diego, I like to go visit him, and I go down to Balboa Naval Hospital, and there's all these guys that have lost limbs in different wars, but they have like the best attitude about it, and they're getting their legs put on where they learn how to walk again, and they get steel legs with knees in them. So I go in and sing songs, and there's like guide dogs there and everything. So I have this friend, Nick Kimmel. I'm wearing his bracelet right now, actually. He's only 21, and so he's learning how to walk. So San Francisco Giants fly him up because I met him through this pitcher named Barry Zito. He and Jake Peavy do this thing called Strikeouts for Troops, where they bring them in during spring training and show them all behind-the-scenes stuff. It's really cool. And then Barry Zito had me play songs for the troops, and Barry plays guitar really well, and so does Jake Peavy. So we sing, and we're in this club. So my friend Nick Kimmel, the Giants, flew up to throw out the first pitch. It was one of the most amazing things. So I sing the national anthem, the jets come flying over, and they roll out my friend in a wheelchair, and the deal is he stands up because he's just gotten his legs, and you see his steel legs. He stands up, and the crowd is going nuts. Now I had written him a song, and the Giants heard the song, and they're like, "Can you play the song that you wrote for Nick?" So before the game even starts, after the anthem, they have me sing this song that I wrote for Nick Kimmel called "The Days Are Beautiful." And then after this song that you'll hear, Nick stands up and throws out the first pitch. And then Barry Zito, my friend Nick's friend, ends up winning the game that day. It was like one of those perfect, crazy days. It was nuts. Barry Zito's a left-hander, only throws about 80 miles an hour. Does most of the curveballs. He was an Oakland A's guy. He was in the American League, switched over to the National League, to the San Francisco Giants. Now he's a National League pitcher. His mentor was Randy Jones, who was a San Diego Padre guy who won the Cy Young Award back in the 70s, and then Zito won the Cy Young Award, which is pretty cool. So anyways, here's the song that I wrote for Corporal Nick Kimmel, and then he threw out the first pitch, and this is called "The Days Are Beautiful."